Hey y'all, so this is my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 14 premiere, episode 1. Now, before I get into it, because we have a lot to discuss, like that was a really good premiere, but whew, y'all, I am tired right now. I got up at 7 a.m. this morning to take notes for this just so I can do this on my lunch break. So right after this video, I'm going to hightail it to work to bartend for 6 hours. So just letting y'all know my commitment. And yeah, I'm still excited to, do this with y'all. So yes, the crown jewel of the franchises is back. We got wealth, luxury, glamour, the fashion, and the drama injected into my veins. For real, like, am I the only one? Like, Beverly Hills has always been my favorite franchise. Even when Atlanta was at its peak, like, just Beverly Hills was just peak Housewives for me. I thought this was going to premiere on Thursday night since OC is, wrapping up. But why did they put this as what do you call it? Like an opener for Roni? Like, are they trying to help Roni's ratings out? Because no one's watching that. Like, soon as Beverly Hills went off, I turned it off. Like I said, I'm going to get to Real Housewives of New York when I get to it. I am so disappointed in that franchise. And also, I will be going to Bravo Fan Fest. I looked it up on Saturday, and there is an Ask Andy segment. Best believe I am going to run to that microphone and see what he has to say about Roni right now, because they are disappointing me. And speaking of Bravo Fan Fest, I will be going there this weekend. I get to Miami Friday. I'm going to watch what happens live. They already said who's going to be there. Cynthia, Portia, and Phaedra. And then Heather, Lisa, and I believe Meredith from Salt Lake City. And then the next day is the actual, mini BravoCon situation. I appreciate y'all for donating to the GoFundMe. Without y'all, this wouldn't have been possible. And yeah, I have it pinned at the top just so, anyone wants to make any last donations, because it's going to go towards the hotel as well as transportation. I already put that all in the grand total, which, I haven't reached yet, but y'all still got me in the building, and I appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much. Whew, let me sip my Celsius. It is the only thing that's helping me right now. You can't believe, I always get this, like they can't believe they're catching a live. When y'all subscribe, make sure y'all hit that little bell, and then follow me on Instagram, y'all. I'll always let y'all know when I'm going live, just so you don't miss it, because I've been hearing that people aren't always getting my notifications, because YouTube is a hating ass bitch. Like they be hating on Black gay YouTubers. I said it. I'm just saying, that's just how I feel. Anywho, sit back, relax. I know y'all may be on, y'all still probably at work, maybe on your way home, or maybe doing some laundry stuff around the house. This is probably going to be about maybe 35 to 40 minutes, because we have a lot to cover. So yes, as always in my reviews, even if I ain't feeling somebody last season, everyone gets a clean slate. Let me repeat that for everyone, for the cheap seats in the back. Everyone gets a clean slate. That means Kyle, that means Dorit, everybody that gets on my nerves. Just saying, because I want to be fair. I want to try to be as unbiased as I can. So yeah. First off, let's get into the production budget. I mean, I love it. Like the new gloss, like there's just like a new nice sheen on this season. Like the title cards is beautiful. Like the photo shoot, loved it. It's just 10s, 10s, 10s across the board. So first, we are with Dorit laid out in her backyard, and not her kissing that dog in the mouth. No, ma'am. Dogs be licking their own ass and nuts and shit like that. No. Afterwards, we get like a quick montage, of the other ladies. And then we're with Sutton visiting her homegirl, Jennifer Tilly, who is the new friend of this season. Now, some of you may know her mostly from, that voice from Bride of Chucky, iconic. But my friend had to let me know that Jennifer Tilly is rich. And how rich is she? So her ex-husband, I think he's deceased, he used to work on The Simpsons. He's like one of the creators of The Simpsons. And in their divorce, she gets 30% royalties every year from The Simpsons. That is how rich she is. I did not know that. That is a fun fact. Just letting y'all know. And speaking of The Simpsons, Jennifer Tilly is a cartoon character herself. I love her energy, and I'm very excited for her. So they're just kikiing, catching up. We're catching up with Sutton. She's still very rich, and it seems that she's an empty nester now. We found out that she will be hosting the first gathering of the season where all the ladies are going to be there. And the theme is surrealism, like it's inspired from the Spain trip that they had. Was it Spain? I think it was Spain. And from the artist Dolly. I mean, as long as the party is luxurious, they're all looking fabulous. I don't care. I don't care the theme of the party. Sutton is now talking about her relationship with Kyle. And she actually regrets how tough she was on her last season. We get that flashback, as we always do, that table scene where Sutton is asking her, we want to know, is there something going on in your personal life that you want to share? And then you had Anne-Marie, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then Garcelle's like, her marriage. I love that part. Like, Garcelle wanted to get to the nitty gritty. Her marriage. Anyway, Sutton says that since the reunion, her and Kyle have reconciled and they're in a better place for now. So the next scene, we're with Erica, looking fabulous, I might add. She's going to a furniture store and she's meeting Dorit there as well. She's also looking fabulous. I mean, I'll give it to Dorit. Homegirl looks good. She knows how to dress. Chris, what if he asks you, what do you think we should do about Roni? Oh, I'm going to be 100% honest like I always am. Always. Like when I went to watch What Happens Live, like in person, like Andy has a little Ask Andy session amongst the audience. And best believe, I raise my hand all the time. Like, look, I am not afraid of Andy Cohen. So Erica's trying to move forward and not have her old furniture in her much smaller house than the mansion that she had. She says it reminds her of Tom in her previous life, and she wants to replace it all. So they're catching up with each other, and Dorit lets her know that there is some good news and bad news. Erica wants the bad news first, and Dorit tells her that PK and her have decided to separate. I mean, they are getting right to it, y'all. We are only 10 minutes in the episode. I'm here for it. Erica is stunned, and you can hear a pin drop. We then cut to Dorit's confessional, and she points out the irony of confiding into Erica first, because y'all remember at BravoCon, like Erica was asked that messy question, which couple you think is headed for, Splitsville next? And she said, Dorit and PK. And then, swung that blonde hair around. But, Dorit has gotten over that, and she's not mad about it anymore. She actually rationalizes why Erica may have said that. So, side note, Dorit's confessional, very cute. I love that dress. I love the that necklace that she had with it. Look, Dorit, I have no issue so far, but it's only the first episode. So Dorit is telling Erica how they got to this point, and she says, like, drinking, PK's drinking was a big part of it. Now, Of course, if y'all remember the last reunion, Andy asked her point blank, like, where are y'all today in y'all's relationship? Are y'all good? She said, everything's fine. Everything's fine. But between then and, present day on the show, she just said that they came to a mutual realization that they should be separated. Now, I want to point out that this isn't a divorce and they could get back together at any time. We shall see. Because, look, I can't wait to see what this mid-season trailer is giving, but I've heard some rumblings that they got back together already. So, look, this might have been a scheme that Todd set up to get us with the bullshit, but so far, they're separated and they're going through it. Anywho, Dorit says Erica is the first person that she told, and Erica says, "Well, I'm actually going to see Kyle after this. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to mention it to her?" And Dorit prefers that she would not, let her know about what's going on. So then immediately the next scene we're with Kyle. Yes, that is back, y'all. Kyle. Goodbye, Kyle. That hurts my vocal cords, and y'all only gonna probably get that one or twice for an episode. Just saying. So we're getting an update on Kyle's life since last season. Mauricio has moved out, as well as her spoiled daughter, Alexia. Now, I call her spoiled because, I watched Buying Beverly Hills. So she moved out too, and she said it was really hard for her. It looks like she feels a little bit lonely, and I would too in that big ass house of hers. She gets emotional in her confessional, saying that she didn't imagine her life being this way. But I'm just like, girl, you are rich. Figure it out. Find your happiness, buy your happiness, whatever you got to do, for real, because you could be poor. You could be poor. So we see Erica pull up and they're talking, and she tells Kyle that she just hung out with Dorit. Kyle is now discussing their fallout through her perspective. She has not seen Dorit since the reunion. That's a long ass time. I think that was about 4 months in between the reunion and filming for season 14. She said she really felt betrayed by Dorit sharing that text message on the first episode of the last reunion. And then also we do a little rewind with Erica and Dorit, like a few minutes ago, with her talking about her friendship with Kyle. Now, I'm not sure why production did that. They could have just finish the conversation with Eric and Dorit, but I guess they wanted like a little back and forth between perspectives. So the gist of it is Kyle is mad at Dorit that in the same way that LVP used to punish Kyle. Because, if y'all used to watch like old school Beverly Hills, like LVP was like the center diamond. She was the puppet master. And now Kyle has ironically, live show. Kyle has ironically taken Lisa Vanderpump's place as the master manipulator. But it seems like, Kyle has been mad at Dorit because when she was beefing with Kathy, like Dorit was just saying in this like 2 reunions ago, well, maybe you should see Kathy's side, and Kyle snapped at her and Dorit was like, she fell back. But Kyle, I guess, never forgave her for that. So I feel like Kyle, she wants a minion. And I think that's why her and Teddy gets along so well. Like Kyle just wants someone to do her bidding. She wants a soldier. Dorit says what really upset her is when Kyle said that she exaggerated their friendship. Now, even I was shocked that Kyle said that, and I don't blame Dorit for being pissed off as well. Could you imagine being friends with somebody that long and say, well, you know what, we weren't really friends like that? Like, and even Erica told Dorit, like, I thought that y'all were cool because, look, y'all were closer than me and Kyle, and then y'all families were together a lot. So I don't know. Like, Kyle is fake for that. I didn't appreciate that. if I was Dorit. Um, Kyle's message did sound manipulative. I'm here for anyone who's going to stay on Kyle's neck. Kyle is ridiculous. The bar is so low for her to feel very. Yes, yes to this. The bar, she is forever trying to be the victim in a situation. Kyle will always punish people in little ways instead of just admitting that she's upset with them. She's a killer by 1,000 cuts. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Lisa Vanderpump used to do the same thing. The same thing. So it's just ironic to me. So then we're back with Kyle saying she said that in retaliation for what, like, she understands what she said was foul, but she said she only said that because of in retaliation of what happened at an incident at BravoCon. Now, y'all, I held my breath for that moment because I thought we were going to see Alexander Rogers again with that little clip that he asked about Teddy. And then Dorit didn't really like stand up for Kyle in that moment, but it was a different BravoCon moment where it was like a messy question where Dorit was asked either rank the Richards sisters or take a shot. And as she was trying to take a shot, like Kyle was like trying to stop her from doing it because she wanted to hear that. And she was just like, well, you're not going to answer the question? And she made Dorit spill the shot on her. And then Dorit was like, well, obviously Kathy. And I'm just like, that was a joke, Kyle. That was a joke. Like, are you serious right now? Like, she said she was embarrassed. And what Dorit did, that was really shitty of her. What? Look, I feel like Dorit and Kyle, they're going to just try to out-white woman each other. But side note, Erica, I think, is being like a great middleman right now. Like, she is navigating that tightrope really well because that could be a shitty spot to be in. But I don't think they want it with Erica. Let's just say that. Erica does tell Dorit that there seemed to be a miscommunication between the two of them, but Dorit is like, well, actually, it is manipulation. She calls her a master manipulator, and it's just, super ironic because that's what they always used to call Lisa. So then, next scene, we're taking a break from that drama. We're with Garcelle now, checking in on her. Y'all know I love Garcelle, seeing what she's been up to. She's in Atlanta right now. She's shooting 2 films at the same time. I believe they're both under her production company. She's talking to her son that's visiting her about like one of the roles she's playing in the movies. But overall, she's just thriving in abundance. And I'm happy for Garcelle. She's saying that this is the most she's ever worked in her life. And that's great. Look, y'all know I was mad, when they did Coming to America 2. And Garcelle was like, oh, I gotta run to Atlanta. For her to not even have a speaking role in the movie, oh, y'all know I was mad. So I'm glad that, she's actually starring in movies that she's putting out. So the next scene, we see that the Dorit separation announcement has hit the web. Oh, we got 100 people in the room. Make sure you hit that like button, please. I am on my lunch break, and look, I'm trying to get through it, y'all. Trying to get through it. But yes, the separation has like officially hit the blogs and the tabloids. And isn't it just ironic that it hits, well, coincidental that after she, told this to Erica, like in front of production, she didn't tell nobody. Oh, now it's out. I just thought that was a funny coincidence. I'm pretty sure somebody in production leaked it to TMZ. But we're getting the ladies' reactions, starting with Garcelle reading what she wrote and saying, oh, well, of course it's the read where it's long and winded. I chuckled a bit, but Garcelle just really does not like Dorit. I'm just like, damn. Hey, like I said, I'm giving everyone clean slates, so I'm not really as mad as Dorit right now. But I see why, Garcelle don't really have any qualms making fun of Dorit. We get to Sutton saying it's real sad. We see Erica's on the phone with Kyle saying that she knew, but she just wanted to respect Dorit's privacy. Now, while all this is going on, we see Dorit flying in the Range Rover while lighting a cigarette. I'm like, her hand isn't on the wheel right now. But it was just quite the scene, you know? So then we cut to Garcelle's, I keep wanting to say Giselle, y'all. But we cut to Garcelle's confessional, pointing out that now no one on the show is married. They're all single right now. It definitely seems to be a curse to be on this show. Let me see what y'all talking about. Kyle just wants to be the it sister of the three. Let's see. Kyle loves to use those fake white woman tears. I'll never forget her talking up Coming to America too. This was a great first episode. Yeah, sometimes we don't just take to people, and Garcelle does not see it for Dorit. Dorit can be annoying at times, but overall, I like her. That's how I'm feeling so far. I just think Garcelle will be cool in person, but have so much smoke in her confessionals and online. You know, I agree with that. She has a lot to say in her confessionals, but you know what? That's where people talk the most shit, and that's where it gets interesting. I am just enjoying the karma of the Fox Force 5 imploding. Yep. You know it. Like after seeing season 9, each one of them imploded in their own separate way. When Dorit lit that cigarette, I wanted to stick a nicotine patch on her so bad. All right, so then next scene we're with Dorit, and it turns out that she was flying that car to Kathy Hilton's compound. Compound, not house, not mansion, her compound. Currently, Kathy is getting a full glam applied to her. She got some type of lip. I don't know what that is, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments what that was. I didn't even recognize that. She even has some sort of IV drip going on. I'm just like, of course. And I was really surprised Dorit just coming over Kathy's house. Like, how does Kyle feel about that? And someone pointed out on Twitter, like, Kyle's sisters have no issues befriending her nemesis. Like, remember Kim when she was friends with Brandy? Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like Kyle's sisters really don't care for her. Lowest of keys. So Dorit is talking to Kathy about her situation, of course. And meanwhile, across town, we see Mauricio meeting up with PK. And I'm like, I should have known, because I remember around this time that the paparazzi like got a photo of them like meeting up with each other. But I thought in this scene, PK was putting 20 on 10, like, you know, just looking all disheveled and distraught and jittery. Was it just me? Like, it was almost like as if he was acting, just a little bit. Mauricio is giving, you know, his advice on how to navigate through it. PK says Kyle texted him. And that made me raise an eyebrow, because I'm just like, damn, you that mad at her that you're messaging her husband, giving him condolences instead of like your homegirl? Sheesh. But yeah, PK and Dorit, they're both saying that they're not telling their kids who are 8 and 10. Their reason is that they can still do things as a family, and it's not a completely toxic environment. I mean, kids at that age, 8 and 10, they have phones. They go to school. I don't know. Like, how can you shield kids these days? I mean, maybe it's easy. I don't know. She also says to Kathy that PK is a full-blown alcoholic. And this is the first time this is mentioned. She says that he has a sober coach as well. Did any of y'all have a problem with that? like at all in the episode of Dorit saying that PK was an alcoholic. My friend had a problem with that. He was saying that it's really like, I guess PK didn't explicitly say that he was an alcoholic, but I'm like, it's Dorit's husband. Like, I think she would know, like, I don't know. Because then she brings up, going through bankruptcy with him, the gambling debts, the suspected DUI. So I'm just like, I'm pretty sure all three of those factors have something to do with maybe alcohol. And now they're going through a foreclosure recently before the season started. Something going on in that household. But y'all let me know in the comments. I'm really curious because, my friend has strong opinions and he thinks he's right all the time. I hope he's not watching this. But anyway, we're now going back and forth between the two of them. And it seems like PK is the one that wanted the separation more. And again, we did not hear the word divorce mentioned at all. Let's see. I think Garcelle gives the same energy in person. I think all the ladies have smoke in the confessionals. Fair. PK is on that booger sugar. You could smell PK in that scene. He did look stank. Kathy had everything but the substance happening. Dorit can dish it but can't take it, just like Kyle. I can see that a little bit. I guess OST, you do not see it for Dorit. You really don't. Is a super fake person. Garcelle can peep that. Well, she met Boza, and Bose looked like she loved her immediately. So Dorit can tell everyone about her kid's father being an alcoholic, but not about the separation. Well, this was after the separation was announced. So I don't think that's fair. Dorit is being extremely extra towards PK because he decided first to separate versus Dorit. I could see that. Dorit and Mia said, I will air your mental illnesses online if you make me mad. All right. Y'all, we're at the halfway point of the episode. I apologize if my live reviews are too long for you, but yeah, we have a little bit more to go, and y'all know I got to go to work at 4 o'clock, so let me try to get through this. I gotta get through this. So next scene, with all the ladies getting ready for Sutton's surrealist party. This is going to be the first time Dorit and Kyle have seen each other. We also find out from Kyle that she didn't even text Dorit at all after the the separation announcement, because she thought Dorit would see it as manipulation. And surely enough, we cut to Dorit talking to Erica, and she says that Kyle always reaches out to her at her convenience. I really think that this animosity between the two of them has been bubbling since for 3 seasons at least. And especially on Dorit's end. And I think she's just tired of being Gretchen Wieners to Kyle's Regina George. So we're at Sutton's event, and it's cute. I like it. I would want to be invited to this. So as the ladies are arriving, I mean, this is the only franchise where we have to go over the looks. So as the ladies are arriving, I will be commenting on how they looked. Y'all let me know who y'all thought was the best dressed as well in the comments. So it's Sutton, Jennifer, and Dorit. They're all there. Sutton, I like what she was wearing. I see what she was given. It was given like a Yellow Jackets vibe. That's what the whole party seemed like, really. Jennifer Tilly, it just seemed like it wasn't flattering. Like, the dress was really droopy. It was my least favorite. Dorit, I love what she was wearing. It was giving Renaissance, and maybe that's why I loved it so much. Like, I was just waiting for her to do this with her big ass hat. But then Sutton said that this wasn't surrealism. And hell if I knew. She just looked fabulous. And I guess that's all that she was worried about. Did y'all think she was on theme? She probably wasn't, but I thought she looked fabulous. So then enter Bozema, who I think they call her Boz for short. I love her look. She looks very glamorous. I'm not sure if that was surrealist. Y'all let me know in the chat. But gorgeous, gorgeous, giving money. And it's just nice to see, someone Black with some like effortless style. And this is no shade. I'm just saying. She's coming on as Sutton's friend. We get her background, and she was the CEO of multiple, probably billion-dollar companies. We see Dorit and her talking, and they're kind of bonding. And I don't know if I would have immediately led the conversation, oh, I'm separating with my alcoholic husband that's on his journey of sobriety, but she definitely led with that. And Boz is being really polite about it. And she also shares some personal stuff about her, saying that she's widowed and her husband had cancer. And yeah, like we cut to her confessional. She's saying she had a really positive first impression of Dorit. And I'm like, that is rare for a lot of people. So then next up, Garcelle arrives. We get looking at the fashion. It was just giving real basic. Like it was just like a white gown, and she had a little like rose headdress. It was given like what's that movie? Ooh, it's from the same man who did Hereditary. Damn it, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it right now. Y'all remind me. But she has a really cold exchange with Dorit, and I forgot they weren't really effing with each other like that. We're reminded at the reunion because Garcelle, she basically implied that Dorit's robbery, thank you, Durga, thank you so much, Midsommar, thank you, we see each other. She was implying that Dorit's robbery was fake. And I will say that I kind of thought that in the back of my head, but here's the thing. To Dorit's defense, I would say I would be hella pissed if that actually happened to me. I had a gun to my head and all that, and someone is saying that, I'm lying or this was fake. Because I'm thinking that, hey, maybe PK could have orchestrated that because he wasn't there, and maybe he wanted Dorit to believe that she was robbed, allegedly. So I don't know, but I can see where Garcelle was coming from with that. So next up, Kyle and Erica arrive. Kyle, she's kind of giving what Sutton was wearing, but just a little bit more basic than her. I didn't mind it. Erica arrives and fabulous from head to toe. I feel like I've seen it before. Not only does she look fabulous, but she looked like she was a part of the theme as well. So now the entire group is there. We're with Kyle, Erica, and Garcelle talking to each other. And honestly, I feel like the only people Garcelle talked to from the show, like outside of the show, like when they rapped, was Sutton, because she's telling them, oh, well, haven't seen you guys in so long. I mean, well, of course you didn't, Garcelle. Y'all don't really talk to each other like that. Y'all more so co-workers. But Kyle is updating her on her situation. And then, interestingly enough, Kyle wants to let the group know, that she does not want to talk about Morgan. She doesn't even want to say her name. She don't want the other ladies to say her name. But the person that she brought on the show last season, she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. And I'm just like, she's saying that, well, she didn't mean for Morgan to be caught up in the spectacle or whatever. I'm like, this is Housewives. What did you expect? But here goes Kyle trying to control the narrative because she don't want to talk about it. I didn't like that. And then we cut the Garcelle confessional, and I agree. Like, it's a little bit too late for that, Kyle. Like, she's saying that she's not with Morgan, and it's the tabloids and the paparazzi making it a big deal. But Garcelle mentions that, well, y'all did put out that music video, and it didn't really help. Well, like of them, like, looking like they're about to kiss each other, but then you want your privacy. Like, which is it? Which is it? Do you want to come out, or do you want people to respect your privacy? Which is it? Because if you want people to respect your privacy, get off the reality show. But she can't, because Kyle likes the attention. Good or bad, it seems. But now we get to Kyle's sexuality, and we get a very, very subtle hint that she questions it. And I'm just like, girl, did Morgan eat your pussy or not? Did she eat you out or not? Please, like, Jesus Christ. No one cares. I sure as hell don't. But we cut to her confessional saying that she was afraid of what her daughters might think, if they might be embarrassed or whatever. But she says her daughter, Portia, reassured her that she would love her always, no matter what, which was really nice. And I mean, Kyle has always been a wonderful mom. I mean, a snake, maybe a manipulator, a mean girl, but she's an amazing mom. That is a fact. So then a bit later, Dorit comes over and is just like, hello. I guess trying to, break the tension between them. But when she sits down, they're cordial, awkward small talk. The other ladies join, and they all meet Bose as well. It's now crickets when everyone is sitting down. And Sutton and Garcelle, they just decide to dip to the bar. So then we cut to Kathy Hilton arriving. She's giving ethereal grandmother or whatever. She looks really like light, flowy, like a fairy godmother. She joins the ladies sitting down. She meets Bose and she calls her boss instead, like as the boss. And I don't think I would have been offended. Would y'all? I just feel like Kathy is like a nice, pleasant version of Ramona Singer. And she means well, if that makes sense. But as soon as she sits down, Kathy is being Kathy and starts trying to take her tracks out in public. Because it's uncomfy. It's making her hot. Like, Lord, now we have Kyle getting up to try to help her, all in her hair, trying to take her hair out. Like, it's just wacky. Pretty wacky. But the party goes on. Sutton gets on the mic for a bit and introduces this strange performer singing about powerful vaginas. So then afterward, we see Kyle asking Dorit, can they talk? And she starts off, just saying she's sorry about, her situation between her and PK. And then goes on to say that she knows what she said on an Amazon Live hurt her feelings. And then Dorit agrees, but she says, well, that was just the straw that, broke the camel's back. Dorit says it is she starts naming a laundry list of how Kyle made her feel, pissed her off leading up to this moment. She says she felt tossed around, used, and thrown away. And if you look back, it kind of looks like that. I'm kind of on Dorit's side. And she actually says, I need to reevaluate our friendship. And Kyle is immediately bothered because the conversation isn't going in her favor and she's hearing things that she don't want to hear. She feels like Dorit is being aggressive. And I didn't think so. I just felt like Dorit is just laying it all on the table. She then tells Dorit that she wants to just get to the other side. That's why, to get to the other side of this situation, that's why she's having this conversation with her. But Dorit is like, well, girl, we have a long way to go. And we're going to have to start being honest. I was like, well, who is this woman right here? This is season 7 Dorit. Like, Dorit is not here for the fake shit. So then I think Kyle thought that, she was going to get a docile, apologetic Dorit ready to be friends with her again. But she got the complete opposite. Dorit says she is fed up. And here goes Kyle with the gaslighting. Oh, what's wrong with you? Like, you're not acting like yourself. You're acting like a different person. Dorit says, well, it's because I'm not putting up with your shit anymore. That's why. Kyle is gagged by that. Her mouth is open. Like, go to the my title picture, y'all. Like Kyle's mouth was wide open when Dorit had that to say. And yes, I was here for it. I was here for it. And like Dorit says again, well, yeah, I'm not putting up with it. And we cut to a to be continued, and that is where the episode ends, y'all. Tens. That episode was a 10. Great premiere. And y'all, if y'all want to see the full conversation, they have the first 7 minutes up. I think on Bravo somewhere. I saw it on Twitter. But ooh, I can't wait to talk about it. I'm gonna wait for it next week, but I cannot wait to talk about how that conversation went. Because I was just like, drag her, Dorit, drag her. Now, let me see what y'all saying before I head out, because you know I only got about 15 minutes. Let's see. I'm gonna go back up to the top. That shocked me. Dorit saying PK is a full-blown alcoholic was a bit too far for me. I just wouldn't do that to my loved one, and I wouldn't want it done to me. Fair. Kyle started hating Dorit when we all noticed her and Mauricio was close. That her and Mauricio was close, that him and Kyle was closer than him and Kyle. You're going to try to give me a stroke trying to read that. Okay, y'all agree that Dorit wasn't on theme. I call her Dorit's new black friend. I mean, they had a really like genuine exchange with each other. I don't mind. I really can't say anything about it. Garcelle needed to take that thing off her head. I wanted RuPaul to jump out and tell her that just like she did Valentina. Y'all really must be tired of that red wig. You know what? I'm a little tired of it too, y'all. I'm a little tired of it. It was definitely fake. I'm glad Garcelle pointed that out. Dorit called the Daily Mail before she called the damn police. Okay. Talking about the robbery. Bowles and Sutton were throwing digs at each other on the after show. Really? Garcelle can't rely on getting 92% of the black vote this year because we like Bowles too. Step it up, Garcelle. Damn. We'll get to that. I have something to say about Garcelle. And you know, y'all know I love Garcelle. I met her twice, and she was great. Great. So nice to me. Best season of BH ever? Well, it's only been one episode. Nobody deserves rough divorces more than these two couples. Damn. Glad Dorit and Kyle are fighting. Glad Kyle's family all moving and she's lonely. Karma, sweet. Oh my God. You know you're rich when your tracks get their own seat at the table. Do you really think that Kathy is that crazy? I do. I really do. They're not even going to be fighting all season. Kyle already says she and Dorit are in a better place in real time. I didn't know that. Let me know. Like, send me the receipts to my inbox. Let's see. I think Dorit is going out of her way to get the new girl on her side. I mean, they were doing the after show together, so I guess they ended the season on a really good note. Dorit knows she can't have another black enemy. She might actually like Bose, but she needs to like both. I don't know. So far, it's genuine, y'all. So far. I hope they get along because that says something if Garcelle doesn't get along with the second black woman on the show. I mean, well, the third technically, but y'all know what I meant. Highlight of the episode outside of the chip heifer cussing Kyle out was the imagery of Kathy Hilton carrying the train of Bo's gown like a lady in waiting. I think Dorit is going to make Kyle work this year, and I'm here for it. Kyle said in an interview recently on like a podcast or something, and Sutton kind of hinted that it's her versus Dorit most of the season. Okay. So then, y'all, in my notes, I have season 7 Dorit is back, and I might be here for it. Again, it's only been one episode. I give people clean slates, but she didn't get on my nerves this entire episode. The entire episode. Was it just me? Was it just me? Excuse me. Let me take a sip of this. And my review is almost over, y'all. It's almost over. Y'all know I don't believe in those long-ass reviews. So then, I want to talk about right quick Garcelle and Dorit. Are we feeling it? Because, I get why Garcelle is on Dorit's neck, but I just feel, I just hope Garcelle is able to let it go just a little bit, because I don't think Dorit is really trying to get into it with Garcelle when she has her sights set on Kyle. But it just looks like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like it might be a disservice to Garcelle if she's just attacking Dorit for no reason. Like, especially if Dorit isn't coming for her. That's what I want to say, because I understand last season, but I'm just looking forward. I'm just trying to be unbiased. Unbiased. I love Garcelle. So please do not try to cuss me out in the comments. Please. But yeah, if y'all don't mind Garcelle, like, keep coming for Dorit, fine. I just think that in the overall picture, it just make it seem like she's coming for Dorit unwarranted. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So we shall see how the season progresses. We still got 15 weeks. This is only the first episode. I mean, how many conversations are they going to have? That's all. I'm just tired of Garcelle versus Dorit. I really am. And I was telling my friends this. I feel like Dorit is at a point this season where she'll be like, you know what, Garcelle? Fuck you. And I wouldn't have blamed her. I wouldn't have been mad at her. Because it seemed like, whenever Dorit is arguing with Garcelle, she's like walking on eggshells. And for her to just not give a shit anymore, like, look, I might be here for it. And then someone said maybe Garcelle will respect her if she actually told that to her face. So we'll see. We shall see. Anywho, this was fun, y'all. I appreciate y'all being in the chat with me. I gotta head to work in about 10 minutes. Whew. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this epic premiere. I really enjoyed it. Again, y'all, I would appreciate if y'all want to, contribute to the GoFundMe. I have it up until Friday. I appreciate, $1, $5, $2. It does not matter. But yeah, with that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all